Hello, very good morning, everyone. So, today I am read the book of Attitude is Everything from the beginning. So, let first introduction. The Attitude is Everything. The night that changed my life. The greatest discovery of my generation is that human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitude of mind. By the William James. In 1980, I graduated from the law school and thought I would be a lawyer for the rest of my life. After all, that what I wanted to do since my early teenage years. At first, everything went according to plan. After a lots of study, that summer I passed the bar examination and was admitted to practice law in New York. My personal life was also on the upswing. In 1981, I married Dolraz, a law classmate. I was on my way to much success or happiness, or so I thought. But after practicing law for a few years, I realized I was not happy at all. Sure, there was some things I like about being a lawyer. I enjoy helping people resolve their disputes, especially when I could save them on agony of lengthy of the course proceeding. Yet, yet there were so many things about being an attorney that I disliked and that just seemed to drain the life out of me. Mounts and mounts of tedious paperwork and motion to be filled, constant delay and postponements. It was not uncommon for the trial to be postponed 10 times. I dread going to work. I continue to grind out the work but grow more and more dissatisfied as an attorney. I was frustrated and very depressed. To put it bluntly, I did not like my life, and so now way that things were going to improve. Have you ever heard a job where you dread going to work most days, where you felt the weight of the world on your shoulder each day? Well, that's how I felt. I was literally hunched over in a pain, both physically and emotionally. I looked much older than my years. I began to get headaches all the time, and my stomach was constantly churning, fearing that I had some serious health problems. I saw some doctors and they ordered a battery of tests. Every test came back with the same result, that could not find anything physically wrong with me. One of the doctors suggested that I take Malox to calm off my upset stomach. Spiritually, I was dead. Nothing in my life at much beginning. This day-to-day drudgery was also affecting my appearance. Although I was in late 20s, I looked like was a 40. In early part of 1985, shortly after I had turned 30 years old, I burned out. And one particular evening, while sitting alone in my den, I know that something had to change. Not knowing what to do, I simply said out loud, "There is a God to be more to my life than this. There is a God to be more than misery and the unhappiness. Help comes from unlikely sources." Later that night, I was watching TV in the den. It was around 1 p.m. and my wife Dolores has already gone to the bed. But I was feeling so down I could not sleep. I channel suffered, looking for something to occupy my time, turned into of all the things an infomerical. Normally, I would have changed the channel in fraction of a second. But for some reason, I listened. The product being peddled was called the Mental Bank and endorsed by actress Florence Henderson of Brady Bunch fame. The Mental Bank was a home study course that explained how everything we achieve in our life is based upon our subconscious beliefs. I feel desperate at that point that I decided to go for it. I pulled out my credit card and ordered the program. That night in my day was turning point of my life. By the way, when Shipley told Doris what I had done a day or two later, she was shocked. "You did what?" she asked in amazement. It was not that she objected to purchase, it was just so out of character for me to buy something like that on impulse. And worse yet, from a TV informational. Several days later, the Mental Bank program arrived at my doorstep. and I was fascinated and excited to begin learning how our thought determine the quality of our lives. Prior to that time, I had never heard these ideas. Unfortunately, they don't teach you this stuff in a school. The mental bank program spurred me to seek out other motivational sources. I began to read by Napoleon Hill, Og Mandino, Norman Vincent Peale, and Robert Schuller. I started reading the Bible on a regular basis and early listen to inspiring audio cassettes program by Zig Ziglar, Earl Nightingale, and many others. I felt like a person who had wandered for days in the desert with a pursued thought. And then suddenly found a stream of water. Now I can tell you that everything in my life changed overnight, because it did not happen that way. But from the moment I began to change from negative attitude to positive attitude, I started to get significant result. I felt better. I had more energy, and I started to achieve goals that I would never have accomplished before, all because of change in my attitude. I am also happy to report that when people now ask how old I am and I say 44, they invariably reply, "You look so much younger." It's all in attitude. From lawyer to motivational speaker, I continue my self-study program in my spare time. Well, I work full-time as a lawyer. Then positive thinking was helping my attitude at work. But I felt passion for my hobby that I never felt for my work. And I dreamed about the day I could walk away from my job. In 1989, after 4 years of intensive research about attitude and motivational concept, I agreed to present some adult seminars in the evenings at local high school. I was paid to be $30 for each 2-hour classes, not the kind of money that lets you quit your day job. As I stood in front of the class to start my summer seminar, I was petrified. My heart was pounding and I was sweating, but somehow I managed to muster the courage to just do it. The students loved the classes and I got a real adrenaline rush from presenting the material that had revolutionized my own life, that had the power to do the same for others. I was on my way. Eventually, the speaking fees grow a little larger, and in 1990, I decided to phase out my law career for the next few years. This was not a simple decision. I had gone to 4 years of college and 3 years of law school to obtain my law degree. On the top of that, I had spent 10 years of my life as a practicing lawyer. When you have that much invested in career, it is not so easy to walk away. Then, of course, there was the money issue. As a lawyer, I was on a track to earn $100,000 in a few years, and I had been earning that much and more for the rest of my professional career, taking a stand. Although I was earning a little more income from my new hobby, I realized that I would have start up expenses in launching my new enterprises. Fortunately, dollars and I had saved some money over the years. To supplement my income, I began to sell a line of merchandise with my unique "Attitude is Everything" logo, but there was no way to avoid it. I had to huge financial step to backward to start my new business, at least in the evening, and yet it was time to move on. I felt as I was being pulled out of the legal profession and into my new career. When I spoke to an audience or wrote a motivational essay, I was invigorated and full of life. I know that's where I belong. So I made a graduation transition, working 4 days a week as a lawyer, then 3 days a week, and when 2 days a week, until in 1992 I began working full time as a motivational speaker and writer. Trust me, my mother was not thrilled when I told her that I was giving up the practice of law to speak about attitude. After all, it does not carry the prestige of saying my son is a lawyer, but these are the issues you have to deal with when you take a stand in life. You have to face the fact that some people will disapprove of your decision. I also learned that you often have let go of some things in your life and take a few steps backward before you can move forward in a new direction. Part of the price I had to pay was giving up the money, prestige, and the security of my legal career. By the way, as I turned out, my mother became very supportive of my new career, especially when he saw that I was making progress and that I really enjoy my work. Why I am telling you all this about my career transition? It was not impress you with what I have done. Believe me, I we made a plenty of blunders and mistakes along the way. I am sharing my story because I want to know how drastically my life changed and how much better it got when I made a change in my attitude. Proof positive that indeed attitude is everything. How you will benefit from this book. Some final thoughts before we launch right into this material. This book can help you no matter how positive or negative you are right now. If you are negative, does not disappear. You can use this concept to develop and maintain a positive attitude and to achieve incredible breakthroughs in your life. If you are already a positive person, you can use this principle to soar to even greater heights of success and fulfillment. I have spent more than 14 years researching why it is that some people succeed while others achieve disappointing results. During that time, I have read a few hundred books and thousands of magazines articles on attitude and success. I have listened to more than 2,000 hours of audio cassette programs. In addition, I have interviewed countless high achievers to learn their success secrets. More importantly, I have personally applied each and every success strategy that is discovered in this book. So I know from first hand experience that these ideas work and that they have the power to literally transform your life. People does not misunderstand me. I don't claim to be know it all on these subjects. Far from it. I consider myself a work in a progress. I continue to learn every day. However, I know what is it like to have a negative attitude because that's the kind of attitude I had for the first 30 years of my life. I know what is like to doubt yourself and your abilities because that's what I did for 30 years. All of the positive changes that I made in a life, all the results of practicing the principle you will read about in the book. Think, Speak and Act. This book is conveniently divided into 3 parts. Each part contains a series of lessons. So if you ever need reinforcement in a particular area, it will be easy for you to turn to that lesson and read it. Part 1, Success begins in the mind. We will focusing on the power of attitude and belief to shape your destiny. You will learn how your success initially depends on the way that you think. Part 2, Watch your words. We will concentrate on the way that you speak, how your attitude is reflected in your words, and how positive language can help you propel towards your goal. In third, Heaven help those who act. He will cover the final leg of your journey. Even if you think positively and speak positively, you won't achieve your dreams. Until you act, you can sit back and just expect success to pay you a visit. In this section, you will learn the action step that will turn your dreams into reality. When you think, speak and act in a ways that support your success, you are refiring on all cylinders and on the way to achieving phenomenal result in your life. Thank you.